asparagus last night. Is it weird that I look forward to peeing and it's smelling really bad?
Well, now it's like I don't even know if I would say it smells bad. It smells strong. And I'm like, ooh, I'm strong. I ate a bunch of asparagus, and now I'm like eating my greens, getting that good diet in.
It's just so weird how eating asparagus makes your piss smell so fucking bad.
Yeah, I know it has to do with the chemical breakdowns,
and
it doesn't like properly digest in our system, so you get that smell.
But asparagus is just so good. We're going to try Brussels sprouts tonight. That's going to be good. What up, Jobins? Episode 78. We're here. We made it.
Let's go.
Over 1,000 subs. I'm going to keep saying it just because that's how fucking excited we are about it. Mm-hmm. We made a Discord. We got the link below. We're going to try and get good at that. Mm-hmm. That's new to us. Discord's a whole crazy thing. So hopefully we do pretty well at that.
We'll get those channels set up. We'll get everything taken care of.
But go join, Jobins. Let's communicate. Let's all have fun together. That's what it's about. Engaging with you guys more. So we're going to put that in the link. And then also we got our Venmo. Some Jobins were reaching out to us saying they wanted to donate. We got that in the link below and in our Instagram. So go if you want to donate to us. It'd be fucking greatly appreciated. Mm-hmm. We're going to use all those funds. That goes right back into the podcast. Now that we're making money from YouTube, we're going to take all our money that we make from YouTube. That's also going into our podcast. We need things. Mm-hmm. Project upgrade. Anything that you can give our way, we're going to put right back into this. Oh, yeah. You know, more mics. You know, we want to get a new computer. We got to get a new Focusrite so we can have 2 mics plugged into it. Because we want to get 2 more mics so we can have some guests on. Get some fun guests. Have some good talks. So we need 2 more mics. We need 2 more stands. We need 2 more of these things. It's a lot. We got it all written down. But yeah, we're going to let you Jobins know how that goes. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Yeah, dude. What an eventful week it's been. It was a sad week this week, and then we had a crazy weekend. Yesterday was kind of crazy. The Lord's just been fucking testing me, Jobins. Testing all of us, really. Just one day after another, we all get a little test, right? It's all about adversity and how you overcome it. Right?
Mm-hmm. You know, you can't control the misfortunes that come your way, but you control how you react to them.
Exactly, Jobins. Boom. Well, first off, let's do this because I think it's all a blessing. You know, it was a balance. It was a little balance I got. So we go to the lab, Jobins, and we're watching Sugar Shane do his thing. We're in this room of all these fucking legendary fighters. It's always just so humbling and cool being in a room full of these guys who know so much and who are so good at what they do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That feeling you get.
And they're always wanting to get better too. Yeah, that motivation.
And then the camaraderie they all have and respect they have for each other. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's like it's next level shit, Jobins. So anyway, we're doing that, right? I get to play JX's partner in crime and record Sean's fights. I fucked up.
In his sparring rounds, yeah, they were pretty epic.
I fucked up. So Jobin, Sean likes me to stand right up against the cage. And so I'm practically recording in the cage for him so he could get a good angle. Well, they fucking come brushing into me into the cage, right? And I was like, ooh, good thing I'm a brute. You know what I mean? But then I also felt bad. I was like, oh man, am I interrupting him with this right now? Being here? Like, am I allowing something? So I kind of felt bad and then I stepped down. When I stepped down, I quit recording for a little bit because I messed up. So yeah, my bad, champ. Next, he's like, oh, it's okay, champ. Just won't have you ever do it again.
You live and you learn, and it's not like you're going to unpause it again. And you know for a fact that they don't feel that at all when they ran into you.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you were like, because I get where you're coming from.
I didn't want to mess anything up.
You got 2 guys running into you.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess anything up or cause a problem or anything. So I was a little worried about that. But yeah, I'm not JX's level yet because watching JX do his thing is fun. Mm-hmm. Isn't it cool watching him do it?
Yeah.
And he's so good at it.
It's fun just because I feel like I'm learning too, just how to navigate around the cage,
right?
And just like make sure. And then there was this one fighter. I was like, "Thank you for being so respectful. You could have crossed He like ducked down underneath just so he wouldn't get in the frame. Mm-hmm. And he's a badass. I was like, dude, so super respectful guys. They are too.
They are, dude. And did you see Benson Henderson actually just talked about how he's gonna stop doing the toothpicks? Isn't that funny how we were just talking about that the last week when we were up there?
You were saying that.
Dude, sometimes weird timing is when I talk about shit happens. Like even today when we called the key guy. Mm-hmm. We're going to get to it. Anyway, we're at the fucking the lab. And after Sean's done doing his thing, Jobins, he pulls us to the side. And we're walking back. And I'm like, I didn't know what was going to happen. You know what I mean? And you're off doing something. You took us a couple seconds to get
I had to
there.
get my shoes on and everything.
Yeah. Sean was even like, "Where's Brenden at?" I'm like, "I don't know, doing something."
Oh, I'm slow.
And then all of a sudden he starts recording and he's doing his Oprah Steve will do it thing. And he's going, Schmitty, he's going, Brenden and Schmitty been working real hard. And I'm like, oh God, what's about to happen? You know what I mean? So now I'm in this fucking cloud. When things like that are like exciting or even sad and overwhelming, I'm someone that it like takes a second to register. Like you got to tell me a couple times.
Same, just in shock.
Yeah, because I'm like, because Sean is such a good dude. I love him. And he didn't have to do any of this, and I'd still love him just because of how he is. He's very genuine. He cares about the people in his circle, he cares about the people he cares about. Mm-hmm. As me and you would be. That's why I can't wait to start, if we ever can make it, to give back to the people we care about. I can't wait for that kind of stuff. And then Steve and even That Was Epic and Sean, hearing about all the way they like to give back and stuff and the way they content, like, it just feels good. It feels good to give.
It's a true friend moment too, because we weren't expecting anything,
no.
you know, it's just like blindsided us.
Oh yeah. So we had, and here's another weird timing. We had bought our tickets and we bought our hotel for Sean's fight, July 2nd, because we're on it, baby. We're not like the type of people to embark or intrude or to force ourselves onto anybody. We take care of it. Like, we're like, okay, if we're going to go do it, we're going to make sure, we don't have to worry about anything. Worry about as least as possible. Mm-hmm. And just take care of ourselves so that we can make sure we go and do it, you know? So I'm never one to be like that. But sure enough, Sean told us that night that next day, because we had told the boys, hey, we're going. We got our tickets and hotel. Sean actually did ask us that the night before. He's like, hey, what's your and Brenden's date of birth and stuff? And I was like, oh, what's up, champ? You got a surprise? Like, what's up? And he goes, oh, nothing, just something silly. So I'm like, oh, in my head, I wasn't thinking anything about Vegas. You know what I mean? I was thinking, oh, God, what's going to happen? You know? So, sure enough, he says that he was going to buy us plane tickets and a hotel and for the tickets for fucking his fight.
It kind of worked out because if he would have bought us plane tickets, you know, the whole return trip and everything, it worked perfectly.
It did. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah. So sure enough, and what does Sean do? He reimbursed us for our hotel and plane and our UFC tickets.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah. So thank you, Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane will do it. Show GoPro. You're a legend, champ. We appreciate you. We're gonna be there supporting. We can't wait to see all you Jobins there. Let's fucking have a Jobin army in all our Sugar Shane merch and just fucking go crazy for him.
It's going to be epic.
Make it loud. That's what I'm doing. So he's a legend. Thank you for that, champ.
Thought I was going to cry when he did it too.
Yeah, that's right. Because when he was doing it, you're going to see it in the vlog, Jobins. You're going to see me just kind of in shock. You know what I mean? Yeah, I even almost did a pull-up. I don't know if it's going to make it in the vlog, but I almost did a pull-up. I can't tell you the last time Schmitty's almost did a pull-up. But yeah, and then, so that happened. Then, my key broke. We're hanging out. Sean, guess what? We got to meet, That Was Epic, Juan. I don't know his last name. Shout out, Juan. You're a fucking legend. You're a Jobin. He's Jobin.
Oh, yeah, man. He's such a nice, down-to-earth guy.
Right? If you guys don't know That Was Epic, I'm sure most of you guys do. He's a huge YouTuber. It's called That Was Epic. He does fun pranks and stuff, but he also gives back to the people he pranks. Real good dude, real nice guy. Tall. Everyone's like, oh, he's so tall. Brenden was even like, I can't wait to see what he looks like next to you. I was taller.
He was still taller.
I was taller. But damn, he had a firm handshake. I was like, damn. And then when he did the cold plunge, he was all jacked. I was like, dude, why don't you fight?
I was surprised how he was pretty shredded.
Or why don't you do jujitsu? I go, Shane, look out. He's got reach on you, dude. Like, you better look out. Don't piss off Juan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, go check out That Was Epic. His shit's cool. It was cool meeting. The first time Brenden got to meet him, I was sick, and I was kind of sad about it, you know. But I knew again they would meet up. We got to help them come up with some content that they're going to shoot, Jobins, which was pretty cool. No spoilers here. Not going to say anything, but I'm just going to say they got some bangers that are going to come out soon. So look forward to that. That'll be on YouTube. But yeah, we're hanging out with them, and I reach into my pocket, and my key was broken. I don't have it. It's over there. But the metal strip part was out. And it was old. My buttons were off and everything. It was old. It was time for it.
It was going to happen sometime, huh? Just any time.
It was time. Yeah, the little metal strip thing that held the key in broke off. I was like, it's just its time. When something's its time, it's its time. You got to let go.
Ooh.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right?
That's deep.
Deep philosophy. Yeah. So, yeah, that was our... But Key Guy came out. It's Memorial Day. It's Monday. On Memorial Day, thank you. Thanks to the Key Guy coming out, locksmith, hooking me up. $284, but, you know, I got a new key. Almost had to walk to work.
Yeah. At least, I mean, it wouldn't be... Yeah, you'd be sweating, though. It's hot in Arizona. No kidding.
Yeah.
So thank God for that guy. And to everyone... And the Memorial Day, too, just a shout-out to everybody that's... You know, we remember everyone that's sacrificed just to keep this country free. And just thank you to all of our armed service members and...
all our buddies who are in the armed forces, who have served. Shout out to my dad. He was in fucking service.
There's no words
G-Paw.
that, you know, I can say to, like, just fully show you how much I appreciate all the sacrifices that our armed service men and women have gone through.
We were talking about that a little bit on Timbo Sugar Pod for a second, or maybe it was before the camera. I forget, but it was like, man, we haven't had to deal with actually being deployed, like having to be deployed, a draft.
Right.
So can you imagine?
It would be scary.
It'd be fucking scary to be forced to go to war. So we're still respect to all the guys who willingly sign up for that crazy shit because y'all are legends and heroes. I couldn't do it. I feel like I would just die right away. I'm too big of a target. I'm flat-footed. Sean's seen my basketball skills. You know what I mean? So if I'm supposed to slip, dip, and rip and dodge, so thank God we got our fucking soldiers. Mm-hmm. That's why it's always cool when the UFC does shit for them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, UFC, you're so badass.
And thank God for that guy that got, you know, the guy with the keys couldn't have been a nicer guy.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to him. Also, Jobin, so we also talked about it on the Timbo Sugar Pod. The cute girl story. I want to talk about it a little more. Because I truly think, I can't wait to meet this chick. If she's watching, come knock on our door, say what's up. Because I think she knew Sean. I think that was a total move. What do you think?
I'm in agreement. Her dog conveniently was, running away.
It's somehow beelined to Sean. You know what I mean? And the way she was acting. Go ahead, say what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, like you said, the dog ran right to him. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, oh, my dog. And it was like...
And she was like, oh, my God, it's so nice to meet you. And she and he's like, oh, nice to meet you. And, oh, God, you should have seen Sugar Shane Jobins. He was lit up like a Christmas tree. Oh, hi, I'm Sean. And then he was holding their dog. He was making, he was doing his thing too, because he could have just pet the dog and let her come up and get it. No, he held it, walked to her. And they were locking eyes. It was almost love at first sight.
Oh, okay. Well, let's chill. It wasn't love at first sight, but she was a baddie.
Yeah. And I just think it was a classic move because there's things, and it was cool seeing a chick do it because, I've seen my boys do it. I've seen boys do it before. Like, oh, I got this cute little dog and I just let it go and, oh, sorry about that, ladies. Or even guys use their kids.
What's a better wingman than a kid or a puppy?
Right?
Right?
Well, girls can do it too.
But, hey, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She might have accidentally had her dog get out. Dude, maybe it did run the sugar. Those things can happen.
It was as if we didn't even exist.
I was already at the door.
In her head, there was like lights under them. There was music playing. She was in La La Land. And we're just like, hey, I'm Ricky.
We live here too.
Yeah, we're right here. We're right in front of you. Yes. That's just how it felt. But anyway, I thought it was funny as fuck. It was cute. Oh, Jobins. The last video I uploaded, opening the cards with Sugar Shane. Damn, what a failure. I felt bad because Brenden did the video. He shot the video, but for some reason, Jobins, I couldn't fix the brightness. Yeah. So that's my bad.
And hey, it wasn't all your bad. I had hit record, and then I'm working on my recording skills. I hit stop or something because it stopped it in 2 minutes in, and then I recorded the rest of it, and that made there more difficulties in the editing process.
Because we were just going to straight up upload. I was not even going to have to edit it and just straight up upload it from the phone's video. But I think maybe it was the way it was recorded and it couldn't match the way that my computer can process the video. That's my guess, Jobins, because I tried everything. Your boy was on the video forever trying to fix it. I couldn't. And I'm also a rookie, and I still have to learn some shit.
So just to be fair, let's put 51% of the blame on Schmitty here. Yeah. And I'll take 49, so it's less.
And I also felt bad because Sugar Shane, we had done that pod that morning, and he was like, oh, I'm not doing anything all day. I'm just going to go game. I was like, do you want to open a box? and he was down. But our boy Sugar Shane Jobins, that was one of the most tired times I'd ever seen Shane.
Mm-hmm.
And he had just went 2 rounds in the fucking lab. So part of me did feel bad doing it because I knew he was super tired and he was excited to game. So shout out Sugar Shane for taking the time to do it for me. We'll open them at better times next time, and I'll have a definitely better video quality.
Yeah.
And shout out to my homie at work because he gave me this thing I can download that gets rid of the background noise that we're dealing with right now.
Oh, really?
The echo that's in here because of how, it's crisp. But yeah, it's here. It's here. You guys can hear it. You know what I'm talking about. We're going to get it fixed. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it until we get a new computer just because that thing is running on its last leg, and I'm afraid to keep adding more things to it. And when more things run, it just messes up like our audio and stuff. I'm doing this all with a laptop, Jobins.
Yes. Another reason for the donations too, just to help with the production. Bam.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We appreciate you.
Oh, love you guys.
But yeah, we're getting there, and we appreciate all your guys' love and support. You know that. But yeah, dude, let's get into this little sad, Jobins. We lost a fucking real one here. Ray Liotta. America's wise guy, dude.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like America's Wise Guy.
And he was America's wise guy. He was our tough guy.
He was.
Yeah. You know what's here's a couple little cool things if you didn't know about him that I didn't even know. I shared a birthday with him.
He was born on
December 18th, yeah. It's weird. I'm sure there's a lot of Jobins out there who have the same thing. But I have a lot of people who I share a birthday with that are pretty famous, who I've always really liked, too. And sadly, Chris Farley died on my birthday, and he was one of my idols. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he was born on December 18th, 1954. Dude, died in his sleep. Did you know he has a 22, 23-year-old daughter, and she's in acting? She's, like, following his legacy. What if she turns out to be a badass? Be sick.
Damn. I knew he had a daughter, but I didn't know her age or anything.
And he had a fiance, and she said nothing but nice things. How she was like the love of his life, and they would always just laugh and have a good time. And then it's sad because you see like Adam Sandler, Jon Stewart, a couple other like guys saying nothing but great things about Ray Liotta, and then I love it because he was always such the hard ass badass in all his roles. But then here he is being that loving guy.
I know.
I respect.
That's how it always is. It feels like you always think this person's the worst person because of their characters they play, and then they're the sweetest person in real life.
Right. But apparently he died in his sleep. I'm sure more will come out in time, but that was all I saw was that he had passed away in his sleep while filming a movie. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, it's sad, but look, like the way I'm looking at it, it's so great. It's like, okay, in his 60s, young, but in his 60s. You're doing what you love. You have nothing but great things. You got a daughter. You got a fiance. Life is good. And you just went out. It's kind of beautiful in a way. If you look at it in a way, it's beautiful.
There's worse ways to pass.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best ways you could pass away, like peacefully.
In your sleep, like enjoying life. Not like, I don't know if maybe if he had other health conditions or something that no one knows about. But just the way that I'm seeing it from as a fan.
My prayers to his family and loved ones,
right?
Though, because they're the ones that, probably dealing with it the hardest right now.
Dude, 100%. I can't imagine losing my dad at 22, 23. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine losing a parent at any time. So it does suck because my family, my household, dude, Ray Liotta was a huge part. We loved Goodfellas growing up.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I got a little... Oh, dude, he was working on 3 films. One I found kind of interesting that I'm looking forward to. He has a TV series called Blackbird coming out. I think it comes out next month, and he got that completed. I don't know where it comes out on, but El Tonto. Have you heard of it yet?
No.
You're gonna like this. El Tonto, written and directed by Charlie Day.
Really? Yeah. From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, yeah. Charlie.
Jason Sudeikis is gonna be in it. Charlie Day, John Malkovich, Dean Norris from Breaking Bad. Hank.
Oh yes.
Kate Beckinsale.
Oh my gosh.
And Ray Liotta.
There's a lot of people in there.
And the late Ray Liotta. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The synopsis for it: a fool for love becomes an accidental celebrity only to lose it all. I was like, ooh, that might be good, especially with Charlie Day, dude.
I know.
He's fucking hilarious. Dang. Yeah. So Ray Liotta's gonna be in that. I'll be looking forward to that. He had that completed. And then he had a couple other projects.
Yeah, he passed away when he was filming Dangerous Waters, is what I had. And that was in the Dominican Republic, too.
Yeah, that's where he passed away, too. Damn.
Man.
There was articles and shit spreading other stupid shit about his death.
It's recent still, so I'm sure they're going to
Yeah.
find out more.
Yeah. But yeah, R.I.P. Ray Liotta. I got my let's do a little quick top 5. Jobins, if you ain't seen much of Ray Liotta, or you haven't seen these movies we're about to drop, go watch them because they're all really good. It's funny because a lot of his movies that I really enjoy him in, he has kind of a smaller side role, but he always kills it. So do you want to go first or me go first? You went first the last time we did this. Let me go first.
Okay, you go first.
So here's my top 5. R.I.P. to the legend, Ray Liotta. My top 5 Ray Liottas. Number 5, Wild Hogs.
Ooh.
That's a fun one, dude.
It is.
We saw that when we were kids in theaters, and it was just a fun movie. And he was a good character. They were all good characters. And they had character development and shit. If you haven't seen Wild Hog, Jobins, go see it.
Check out Wild Hogs.
John Travolta.
John Travolta, Martin Lawrence, William H. Macy.
Dude, look at that. William H. Macy before Shameless? Had to have been.
Before Shameless.
Yeah,
like
go check
right
that
before.
out, Jobins. That's a good one. Number 4, he's in this only a little bit towards the end, but it's one of my all-time favorite movies, Place Beyond the Pines. I fucking love it. Jobins, if you ain't seen Place Beyond the Pines, I was even talking to people at work about it. They hadn't seen it. I'm like, that's like one of my favorite Ryan Gosling movies, and Bradley Cooper, and the guy who he hasn't really. What's his name?
Ryan Gosling? Or did you say his name already? You did Bradley Cooper and then
Dean, the guy who was the Goblin in the Spider-Man movies, in the newer Spider-Man movies.
the Goblin. Oh,
with
yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
I know who you're talking about.
That guy, Dane DeHaan.
Yeah, and he was also the guy in that terrible flop of a movie that we don't talk about.
But his performance in Place Beyond the Pines, I was like, damn, this dude's going somewhere. I can't wait for his shit because that movie was so good. And there was another guy, remember, Place Beyond the Pines is like a 3-part movie. You got this story, this story, this story, and they all like are bound, right? It's like a traffic movie, right? Or is it Crash? Crash, where it's all different people and it all intertwines.
But it's more like time. Like every chapter, there's like the 3 chapters. It's like a passage of time.
Yeah, kind of like Moonlight But yeah, Ray Liotta, remember the one guy that we were talking about, Dane DeHaan? His character, he has a part that's at the 3rd part, and remember the mean kid to him?
Who is Bradley Cooper's son?
Bradley Cooper's son. Where's he been?
That kid.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
He did a really good movie with some really good actress. It was a love movie, and and they praised him in that. And then where's he been since? I don't know, Jobins. You guys know who I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, Place Beyond the Pines, one of all-time favorite movies. Ray Liotta kills it in that again. Number 3, this is one of my all-time favorite movies. Movie I hated when we first saw it, and then when it came out on DVD and Blu-ray, I gave it another chance. Loved it. So I think it might have been one of them times where like you go see a movie and you're just not in the mood, and you just weren't in the right mood. You ever had that?
Never had that happen to me. No.
Okay, what happened to me?
I get what you're saying.
Observe and Report, Jobins, with Seth Rogen. That movie is fucking hilarious. And Ray Liotta is pretty funny in it, too. Because he's the bad guy. Or not a bad guy, but he's like a crazy...
He's a tough guy. All the movies you said so far, he's fit that mold.
Right?
Of like tough guy.
He's like the
don't mess
asshole
with.
cop. And he's got a thing for Anna Faris. Anna Faris. Number 2, Identity. I hope we have a whole different list.
There's a few similarities.
Oh, God.
Like you said, he's not in a ton of films. It's not like he has an extensive filmology.
He's got a handful, but they're just like ones that aren't really like...
He's like a side character in most things.
But but he kills it. He does really good at it.
Anything where he's a main, I'm sure we have.
Yeah. Identity. If you Jobins haven't seen Identity, that's a good thriller back in the day.
2003.
Yeah, when movies used to give me a little scare.
Movies still can be scary.
Nope. They don't exist anymore. I don't know if it's because I'm older or what, but they just don't exist. And then obviously number 1, Goodfellas.
Gotta go with Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas.
Yeah, dude. When he beats the shit out of the guy, walks over, bam, bam, bam. He's like, dude, this guy's a fucking badass. I'll give you my notable mentions. GTA Vice City.
Oh, that was one of mine. Yeah.
On a notable mention?
Yes.
Damn it.
Dude, that's so iconic.
Well, yeah,
He's the first voiced protagonist in a video game.
And, dude, GTA was our
For
shit.
GTA.
And GTA was our shit. We loved that shit.
The first, second, third, there's no voiced protagonist. And then Vice City comes out. and it's Ray Liotta voicing the main guy. That's pretty epic.
You're gonna like this one. Smoking Aces. That's another classic. Ryan Gosling. That movie's wild. I remember you were so excited. We were kids when we watched
no,
that.
not Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
My bad. You're
You're thinking of Place Behind the Pines.
Yeah, my bad. But I remember when we were kids, you were so excited to show me that movie. Like, dude, you're gonna love it. And I did. I was like, yeah, this movie's fucking badass. Smoking Aces. Sin City. The second one. A dame
to kill.
A dame to kill for?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
A dame is a woman.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Hubie Halloween.
Damn it, you fucker.
Dude, Hubie Halloween was epic. That was all the Adam Sandler's movies in one. And Ray Liotta was good in it. All right, my last one. The obvious. Field of Dreams. That's one that I actually want to go back and watch now. I saw it when I was a kid. It's the movie where the famous line, if you build it, they will come. It's because Kevin Costner has this field and he makes a baseball field. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember all the way, but I'm pretty sure he plays the pitcher, Ray Liotta. Possibly. It's been a long time. We got to go watch it. It's really good. Give us your top 5.
Alrighty. My top 5 coming up here is number 5 was when he plays Rhodes in Identity. And he's the cop. You think he's the cop in it. I won't give any spoilers. Is he a cop? Is he not? Watch the movie. Maybe you'll find out. That was back in 2003. That was when Identity came out. Then number 4, man, you said it already in your honorable mentions when he plays Donald Carruthers in Smoking Aces.
I love how you have the names. I should
from 2006, that movie came out. He's Ryan Reynolds' partner in the movie. And then there's an epic scene in there, and won't go too much into it. Another spoilers. Just watch it.
Ooh, I just remembered that scene. It's intense.
Number 3 you had on your list, Wild Hogs. We watched that in theaters together. And he played the biker in there who goes by Jack.
Dude, we saw movies together that was 20 years ago.
I know,
it's
man.
It's weird.
And if you see, he even looks a lot younger. Obviously, he's passed away now, but he's, gray hair and old. This one, he doesn't look so bad in Wild Hogs Identity.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2. Mr. Landolpha in Hubie Halloween from 2020. I picked it as my number 2. I know people are like, it's a small role, but he was funny and made me laugh in it. It's kind of against typecast in a way, even though he still plays a jerk who's kind of a tough guy still. Yeah. Maybe doesn't break the mold entirely, but I was still laughing out loud.
That movie was enjoyable. The movie's enjoyable.
So I gave it to him because it's a little different what he usually does. And then number 1, obviously, Henry Hill in Goodfellas, the ultimate wise guy. The ultimate, I know all the back doors, I'm a badass type deal. And then I had one dishonorable mention that hopefully none of you check it out, but maybe you check it out because you're just like, wow.
You had a dishonorable?
So bad, so bad it's good.
Hold on, can I guess?
Yeah.
Hannibal.
No, that's a good dishonorable mention, though. That is a good one.
Because that movie was bad.
Mine's even worse.
Dude, his fucking head was cut off, and his brain was hanging out.
And it was bad,
And
yes.
Anthony Hopkins was eating it.
Mine is even worse than that.
What?
He was Galleon in The Name of the King, a dungeon siege tale from 2007, starring opposite Jason Statham.
Huh. What if you watch? Have you seen
Ron
this?
Perlman and Matthew Lillard.
Do you? Oh.
And I had actually seen this movie growing up. My dad rented it from Blockbuster.
And you hated it.
I watched it, and I hated it.
I think that Brenden now would probably love it.
Uwe Boll directed the film, who directed The
you,
Blood Rains and has made a ton of terrible, stupid, bad movies.
I think if you saw it today for the first time, I think you'd love it.
I think I would still hate it.
Now I'm interested. Now I want to go see it.
Dude, it's like a Dungeons and Dragons movie. And Galleon,
that's
who
what
Ray
Stranger
Liotta
Things
plays as, they're like, what if we had like a wise guy who was like, did wizard stuff? And that's the movie you get. And Jason Statham's just Jason Statham, and he's like trying to convince me that he's in fantasy medieval times. It just don't work. It just doesn't work.
Like Dragonheart.
But that was my dishonorable mention. But that Vice City 2 was epic, though. Yeah. So I liked your list.
R.I.P. Ray Liotta. Thank you for the fucking good times, wise guy. Because damn, I was sad when I saw that. I was a little sad. I was pretty sad. But yeah, Jobin, Stranger Things. We're on episode what? 4?
4. We have like 3 episodes left.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So holy shit, I have loved this season. First 2 seasons I really enjoyed. Third season I was like on board, and there is still like okay, Hopper, Everything with Hopper, I hate. Even in this season. That is the one thing I just hate. I hate it all. It's so dumb.
I like the Hopper story.
Not me, Jobins. But we're on episode 4. I can't wait to watch more. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi though, Jobins. My coffee girls, I was like, yo, what do you think? And they loved it. They said, but they were half too about it. They said the second episode's way better than the first. And she told me that apparently everything that we saw in the trailers is all in the first 2 episodes. So now everything's brand new. We don't know what's going to happen. But it was just, for me, it's the imbalance. You get some seriousness. You get that nostalgia feel where it's like, oh my God, it's like my childhood growing up. Mm-hmm. It's like right where we left off 20 years ago. And then another part is like you said, the cartoon versions.
I know.
And it's not as serious and it's weird.
The inconsistency of like mature content versus
and then to
like
reach
childish.
Children. Oh, dude, that scene where they were running around chasing the girl. Oh my God.
Yeah, they were running around chasing like the young Princess Leia.
Running into trees and branches, and here they are, these badass warriors.
Yeah, and they don't even know how to run properly.
Yeah, and they're running into trees. Like,
taking real wide strides.
Yeah.
Looking silly.
It was silly. So we'll see.
We'll
give the second episode a shot.
It's probably going to be bad.
Yeah. But Stranger Things blew my expectations. I can't wait to finish it. Sadie Sink, yeah. Sadie Sink, my girl. That's my girl, Jobins. I think she's a good actress. I really do. I think she's gonna blow up after Stranger Things. That's my prediction. Let's see 5 years from now.
You know what? I think the only thing that's holding her back
is Stranger Things right now.
It's gonna be the height. She's only gonna be relegated to young roles. So she's only like 5'1", 5'2".
You should be standing up for your people right now. How dare you?
I'm just telling you, when you got girls like Anna Joy Taylor, and you got girls
she's
like
the new gen, baby. She's the new. If anything, the older, shorter actresses should watch out because she's coming to take all your fucking roles.
Sadie Sink's gonna be playing a high schooler until she's like 30.
No, nope. If you've played the game Horizon, not the fucking racing game, the fucking open world adventure game, that's who they should make a movie and she should play that. Boom. Or she should be in like some kind of badass movie where she's a badass. New Tomb Raider.
Maybe.
You can make her look tall.
I just feel like they're gonna keep her with high school roles.
I believe short people can be whatever they want. Kevin Hart can do it. You can too.
You could still put Kevin Hart in that. He was playing a high schooler when he was doing superhero movie with Drake Bell back in the day, and guess how he was over his 30s.
Yeah.
She ain't even 21 yet,
yeah.
So she's got like 10 years of being a high schooler.
Yeah. Jobins. I've been getting a lot of questions. Can I be a Jobin? We're totally changing the subject, by the way. Sorry. Been getting a lot of questions. Schmitty, can I be a Jobin? How do you become a Jobin? What is a Jobin? So we're going to break it down for you. Because you can be a Jobin. How do you be a Jobin? Well, here's my top 5 aspects. I had it on the right page. Ooh, you got some good ones too. I'll go first. These are mine. So all right. Tim created the Jobins, right? Dude doesn't even have a tattoo on his body. Is it a cult? No, it's not a cult or maybe it is a cult, but it's a Better Life Choices cult. Is it a cult?
It's not a cult.
I wouldn't call it a cult.
Because we're not like recruiting Jobins and asking Jobins to do crazy cult stuff.
Exactly. It's like you can be a Jobin if you're doing these things, you're a Jobin. And then we'll reference you as a Jobin.
Yeah, it's not like a motorcycle gang where if you tatted Jobin on your back and you weren't with the motorcycle club, we'd burn it off or something. Yeah. You know, like you could have a Jobin. I mean, you better be true about it.
And you better, if you're going to get a Jobin Jobins, you better be a Jobin. You can't be false Jobin wearing that shit.
But like a cult would hunt you down for that.
Yeah.
You know, we're just going to dog you.
Yeah, we'll be like, wow. But yeah, here's mine. And well, here, I'll tell the story. So Tim made it. Tim heard this kid say Jobin, and one day he was doing something. He was hanging out with a kid, and the kid kept calling everyone Jobin, and Tim fell in love with it. I first heard of Jobin in that movie, I Love You, Man. Mm-hmm. So, and I didn't make the connection until later, because we actually that's a good movie. If you haven't seen that one, go watch it. So when I first met Sean and Morlike and Tim and all that, they were all throwing it out like crazy, right? Jobin, 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 Jobin. And then I was saying Jobin, 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 Jobin. And then as time went on, I'm like, I had questions. I'm like, Tim, what the fuck is Jobin? What do you guys mean? What is this? And he told me that it was a way of living. And through time, I learned it, what he meant, what he actually meant. And so here's my 5. Being open-minded.
That's a good one.
That's one of the aspects of being a Jobin. When you're open-minded, you're not closed-minded. So when you're able to not be so closed-minded about things, you're open to learn and grow from it and take in things. Even if you don't necessarily agree with something, you can hear it out. In a situation where you're arguing with someone, you could just take a step back.
Because a lot of people just like listen to what you're saying, but they're not listening because they're just thinking about the next point they have to make.
Right.
Being open-minded, you're going to listen to what they say, take it in, try to understand it as best you can, and then come back with an opinion from there.
Right.
Know?
And like it could be like a pattern in your life that you're like, oh no, I do this and I've been doing it this whole time, so I'm fine. When it's like someone's trying to give you advice or help you, again, if you're open-minded, you'll take it in.
At least into consideration.
And think about it. And maybe you'll make a change that can dramatically change and improve your life. So there's a lot of things that can benefit you with just being open-minded. Because sometimes, and here's another thing, before I say all this, Jobins, no one's perfect, right? We all have a bad day. And even in moments, you can slip and mess up. So don't think that, a Jobin is this all perfect, all being, because that's not it either. We don't want to come off like we're fucking perfect, because there's no one's perfect. We all make mistakes. It's, again, even a joke. And here is another way of Jobin. How you handle your mistakes. Do you learn and grow from them? Or do you learn from them and not make them anymore? Even things that, like, you just got to be open. You got to be open-minded to yourself and aware of what you're talking and doing. Oh, I could have done this. I could have actually done this, and the outcome would have been completely different.
That goes hand in hand with what you're saying about, like, you can't be a Jobin and be perfect. Like,
right.
Perfect. If you're perfect, you can't be a Jobin, because that means you're not evolving and growing from your mistakes.
There you go.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, when you're aware of your decisions, because Tim's had said that one time that I really liked, and Tim learned all this from reading books. They've learned from a lot of people that they implied it from and used it and grew, and that's how they try to view their life and do the right things. But it didn't just come overnight or happen naturally. They had to learn. Like we still are. And that's what I'm trying to say with like mistakes. It's okay to make them. Just grow from them and learn. Try not to make them happen again. How you react is big time. So many times have I reacted to something and it was a total regret that you have. Like, man, because then when you calm down and you're like, man, if I'd have just done it like this or said it like this, the outcome would have been completely different. I'm sure everyone's done that.
Oh, me 100 times over.
I'm probably going to do it again. But it's just I'm trying to be more aware of it and trying to prevent it from happening. It's tough. It's tough, Jobins. But all right, next. Healthy life choices. Again, we're not all perfect. Look at me. I'm chubby. I'm trying to work on my healthy habits. As long as you're working on it and trying to improve, that's good. And that comes with like everything you eat, everything you sleep, even thinking and how you handle again, back to handling things like stress, like meditation. Meditation's good. I'm trying to do. Sean's always on me about breath work. It's hard. It's even Brenden, the guru of breath work and everything, will even say that it's hard to get into the routine and do it. But if you do it, it benefits so many things. So there's so many ways. Healthy life choices. Don't smoke cigarettes. And I know I'm preaching weed. I need to back off on weed, right? Can't be a hypocrite. So Schmitty needs to fucking try and not smoke as much weed, right?
100%.
There's a balance to everything.
There is. You can do too much of anything.
Right? But as long as you see it. I do see it, but it's so hard sometimes. But hey, I'm honest about it. I'm open about it. And it is something I am going to try and work on. So see, Jobins? Yeah. Working towards life goals. I think that's a big aspect for the Jobins. When you're working towards things that you want to accomplish, it makes you feel good. When you're not doing anything, you're kind of just sitting around going to work, doing nothing. That's it. It's not really, unless I guess I can't dog it completely, right? If that's just something you really like doing. If you enjoy doing what you do and you enjoy watching TV, there ain't nothing wrong with it. But again, balance.
Like you're saying, there's nothing wrong with it if like you're truly happy with those things. But how many people are really fulfilled by those, what I would call distractions?
Right. Because, dude, it's hard going to work for something that you don't love. It feels so much more rewarding working for something you love. Mm-hmm. That's just my experience. I hope I'm not coming off like a dick. I hope I'm coming off and I'm trying to influence people. Like, go out, work towards your dreams, try it. Just actually go for it because you never know what's going to happen.
And even if your 9 to 5 is overwhelming, just take like even a little bit of time is better than no time.
Exactly.
Anything's better than nothing.
30 minutes, a half hour.
Because I know,
15 minutes.
When you stack so many things on top of each other, it's overwhelming. But when you do one thing at a time and you actually take off the check mark on the boxes and don't get all in your head and get all anxiety ridden over all these things at once, one at a time. Ooh. Why are you just overthinking it like that? So I would think if you got that job like that, jobs are very stressful. I get it. Just a little time, and I think you'd be surprised at how much you could accomplish.
Yeah, over time.
And I'm learning to do that myself too, because there's times when I get overwhelmed by all the things, and then I'm like, well, if I just take a step back and do a little bit, and then even if I do 5 minutes of writing, that's better than 0 minutes of writing, and I'll feel better for that whole day, having done at least something. So
I agree.
That's what I would say on that.
Damn, already 42 minutes. No, yeah, I totally agree. You inspired me just now.
We inspire each other.
Yeah, well, because it's so true. Because I go through it too, Jobins. When you have so many tasks at hand, and when you are someone that wants to accomplish things, and you're like, oh, I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got this, you can really overwhelm yourself. And it can cause a lot of anxieties and maybe not even make you not accomplish them. You pushed them off because you just felt too overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. Where it's so true. If you just work at one thing at a time, a little bit at a time, wow, is it a big difference. So, and actually doing what I mean by pushing your dreams, it could be anything. Whatever you love, just make sure you set time for it and set time for your mental health. Mm-hmm. I think mental health is a huge thing. It's something that's I think more people, again, are talking about it. It's starting to get more talked about, because people are going, hey, this isn't being talked about. So that more of that needs to happen because mental health is such an issue. And it's an issue in so many things in the country right now.
It is. It is. I like that you preach mental health because that's very important.
It's so important. We all deal with it, everyone. And it's crazy because mental health is unique because not everyone handles every situation the same way. Mm-hmm. And that's what's the craziest fucking thing. So
it's unique and yet it's universal at the same time because everyone has mental health.
Yeah. So just always work towards having better mental health, Jobins. And what Sean always preaches to me, that some things that we don't always think about that actually do play a part and affect these things, is your eating, is your sleep. What you put into your body and how much. I'm trying to work on my sleep. It's really hard for me.
That's a big one for me, is sleep.
Yeah, because when I wake up, I'm ready to go and I'm ready to just start grinding at something. I remember just back when I was 23, I could fucking sleep in all day. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. But maybe it's not because sleep is really important. What you eat is really important, all for your mental health. And practicing it with fucking breath work, that helps with anxiety. Too many, what's sad is that a lot of people get dependent on the medicine. And I truly believe that if they just heard it from the right people like Brenden and even people like Sean and Tim, they would truly believe that, hey, maybe I should try these things that don't involve medicine, that actually involve what I actually am doing to myself, and see if that plays a part in how I feel. Yeah, it might take a while. Might be a few months. It might be surprising. You might feel it right away. But you actually got to stick to it. It's not something that can just be fixed overnight and you never have to do it again. Mm-hmm. The breath work, it makes you feel great. You feel good, but you got to keep doing it. It fades. It's almost like a natural drug.
Yeah, like working out.
Yeah.
You can't just stop working out and then expect to keep your gains.
Yep. And my other one before you, because we're running out of time, respect for others, Jobins. You know what bugs me is little things. People when they're not respectful to waiters, a drive-through. people who are getting, like, when you go to a deli, for instance, or you go to a bank and you're an asshole to the teller.
Yeah.
And the guy's just staring you down and you're going, okay, what?
Yeah, I told him a story similar to that. Yeah, you're right, though.
Yeah, Brendan's ready to throw down at a bank. Catch him. Catch him, Jobins. Catch this man slipping. Stare at him the wrong way. He'll get you. He's ready.
I gotta work on it.
He's ready. But no. And that's just the thing. We all have a bad day, right? Because I wanted to talk about work ethics and shit. But even then, you can have such a good work ethic and you can still fuck up and slip up. Like how I almost did. Can't really get into it, Jobins. But I almost slipped up with a stupid, silly mistake. That, yeah, here I am, this good employee. I show up on time. I do my job. But a silly mistake could have cost it all.
Yeah, it was silly.
Yeah, and that's a slip up. You know what I mean? So we all have them. You can go to work and everyone's allowed to have a bad day. But even in your bad day, how you treat your other employees says a lot about who you are. Because you don't take your bad day out on others.
No, yeah, you don't take it. You don't take it back home either.
You don't take it back home. You don't take it out on anybody. If you're someone that's bottling that up, you either need to talk to someone, or even by yourself in a room when you get home. Talk to yourself. Mm-hmm. You got to do something. Write it out. Don't ever, like, the people who show, like, if you're in a bad, pissy mood and you show up to work and you make everyone's days harder, I hate that shit.
Oh, same.
I hate it.
Same. If you say that to me, I'd be like, find another job. I don't have time to deal with your bullshit.
Yeah. And that's another thing with respecting. Because, yeah, be on the other end. Let's be a customer who's dealing with someone who's having a bad day. Mm-hmm. We need to understand. People need to understand. Wait a minute, this guy's having a bad day. I need to chill my fucking ass out. Maybe I'm being too much because I've had a bad day or something. You know what I mean? So, respect for others in any moment. That's what I like. If that's a Jobin. That's a Jobin.
100%, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. Do you want me to run through these 5 real quick?
Yeah, what does it say over there?
Oh, shit.
You can look real quick.
It's 48.
Oh, God, yeah, you have to run through it. Sorry, Jobins. We wish we need to start doing.
We all have the same ones. It's all interchangeable. The one thing I wanted to bring up was, chasing your dreams like your passions, like you were saying, because you were showing me this great thing with MIU commencement and graduation from 2014 from Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the lines that really stuck out to me was fear is disguised as practicality, because his own father was an accountant who had a safe job, but when Jim Carrey was 12, he lost that safe job. And then his family had to struggle with that. And then he learned from his dad, if you can fail at the things that you think are safe, why not even just attempt your passions? Because you're going to fail either way, possibly. So why not go for the best? And that fear of practicality hit me because there's been times where I've taken the more practical approach to things because of, like, the fear of failure. When, like, maybe we just need to, because, again, we're not perfect. Maybe we just need to embrace the failure and learn from it. And hopefully, I don't know. Just
my mom's a fucking Jobin because that hit home for me. If you haven't seen it, Jobins, look up the Jim Carrey college speech.
Great.
You'll find it. But dude, that happened to my mom. When I was in, second, third grade, I can still remember. I usually would go home with my sister and everything. My mom picked me up. I was like, whoa, why's my mom pick me up? And as soon as I got in the car, the tone of everything, of her sadness, I was like, Mom, is everything okay? And she just told me, she's like, I got laid off.
My dad got laid off too in the recession time.
Yeah. Well, this was a movie for my mom. It was, the guy was fraud, and she worked for, what was it? WorldCom. And the guy, he's in prison, and a lot of people she lost all her 401k, all the shit. She lost it all. And how did she deal with it? Yeah, she was sad, but how did she deal with it? She got up off her feet and ass. She was determined to get another job, and she found one. Mm-hmm. And she found a good job that she's been really happy with Edward Jones for a long time now. So she dealt with adversity. She had to overcome that. But that's what I related so much, because, like, damn, my mom didn't see that coming. She worked so hard and so long for 18 years working for a company. And for something like that to happen, but it's how you handle it. How do you handle those things, those moments in the highest adversity that you can probably go through? You got a family dependent on an income, and you lose it and everything that you had with it, that you had built and earned. fuck, would that take a lot to overcome?
Yeah, especially if you imagine having a bunch of brothers who make a lot more money than you, and they constantly talk about it at family dinners and stuff, and they're like, oh, it looks like the mom's the breadwinner now.
What'd your dad do?
He was, he's a commercial lender.
Oh, no, but when those people said that, what'd he do?
He went and he actually found a position closing banks, and he was in Arizona where we're at for a few months. I wouldn't see him for months on end during middle school.
And he overcame that shit.
Yeah, but
your dad's a Jobin.
But like there was assholes, that were saying like, wow, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Yeah, adding on to that bullshit.
Yeah, that's kick someone when they're down. Mm-hmm. Fuck that. And now look at your dad. That's probably why he's celebrating so hard. He's the happiest I've ever seen him. You know what I mean?
I think, he's doing well. He's doing well. Yeah. But yeah, overcome adversity. You
got any more?
As far as being goal driven, a strong sense of doing what's right, dependability, being there for other Jobins, because if you're going to call yourself a Jobin, you got to be there for the other Jobins.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, I'm a Jobin, now I'm on my own. No, we're together. We're a team.
Yep.
But we're not a cult because we're not hunting anybody down. We're not enforcing any doctrines. We're not trying to mind control anyone.
Yeah.
It's the way of life.
Yep. So, yeah, if you want to be a Jobin, make those changes, make those habits. We appreciate you guys. Episode 78. Wish we could have talked longer. In the future, baby. Future longer pods better. Bam.
Let's go.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.